Now we review Juror number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just seen Juror number 2, which is in theaters near me, and yet has no Rotten Tomatoes score from audiences. This is a crime. Before I get into that, let me remind you that for every 1,000 subscribers I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. If you would be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'd be doing your part for a better world. Anyway, Juror number 2 is essentially a remake of 12 Angry Men. I have never actually seen 12 Angry Men, but I have seen remakes or rip-offs of 12 Angry Men. The one I remember the best was from a sitcom I watched back in the day called 227. What you have is a juror in what appears to be a easy lockup case, and then, something's not right. I don't really want to go any further into why, or the twist of this, because it's not revealed. I think it's revealed at the end of the first act, which is a fine place for it to be. But once again, I'd be giving away too much. There's a major twist at the end of the first act that really sets the tone for this movie and creates the essential of the plot, how things are discovered and how things work. But it starts out as this case really looks this way, and then, there's back and forth, and there's questions as to whether or not this case really should be. And then there's a larger question of morality. Now, Nicholas Hoult plays Juror number 2. His performance is spot on. I will say that. I forget, Toni Collette plays the prosecutor for the state, and her performance is a little more on the wooden side, but she's not given a lot to do. She's very much a background character, though she's she's the only actress in this particular thing. No, okay. The guy that played Jonah Jameson, Gene Simmons, I think is his name. He was in this as well. So the three actors I know, she was one, or the two actors I know, she was one of them. Nicholas Hoult, I had to look up his name. But yeah, it's primarily his story, and a lot of the story revolves around him. So it's a very interesting look into the world of juries. And I do remember when I was slated for, but I never served on a jury, where they said, don't go out there and look this up on Wikipedia. That's not your job. And that's true. It's not. So there's that whole thing about the jury going out and doing their own investigation, which is not something that's supposed to happen. Why? Because we're supposed to give professionals. But one of the real things about this particular film that I really enjoyed is that there's the concept of flipping the normal trope. The guy who is on trial is a objective scumbag. Okay, he was a drug dealer, or at least ran with a gang that dealt drugs. But he's a Caucasian, and he's being hated by minorities, which, if you turn that the other way, we would be calling that juror a racist for saying, well, I don't care if he's guilty or not, he ran with this gang, therefore he's a bad person and people don't change. In this, you really have to ask yourself, is this person capable of change? Do they deserve a second chance at life? And as a man who's worked with gang members, as a man who's worked with the homeless, everybody deserves a second chance at life, and everybody kind of deserves justice. But these are questions that we always have to ask. Is the easy solution worthwhile? And this particular movie is not going to give you an answer. It's just not. Now, understand this. This is a movie very similar to Conclave, only it's a much even tighter story. Almost all of it takes place in a juror's deliberation room, okay, with few standout characters. So again, if you want a big bang bang shoot 'em up movie, this is not for you. This is a movie with a very tight script, limited locations, and it's very excellently done. This is the movie that this is a must watch for any small filmmaker, because what happens in this movie, the deliberations which make it functional, are worthwhile. You know? So it's a tight script in limited locations, and I think the most money they spent was probably on the stars, the 3 or 4 of them that are there. So Toni Collette looks awesome in this, by the way, but then kind of got a thing for her. Anyway, so yeah, this movie belongs high on your watch list. It is an excellent film, tight, understandable, and it really it brings about the human condition. It brings about the considerations we should be thinking of in this world. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. I, of course, am Richard. Greetings, humanity. Once again, Fred the Facehugger here, reminding you to comment, like, and subscribe. And of course you should do that because, if you look, I am wearing 2 bracelets. These bracelets are from 4Ocean, a company that pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time somebody buys something from them. Well, the owner of this channel has pledged to buy 1 bracelet for every 1,000 subscribers. And it's a very, very dirty ocean that you dirtied. So you should help him out and comment, like, and subscribe, therefore having him more subscribers so that he can buy more bracelets and clean that ocean. Or, yeah, I could fulfill my life cycle and hug your face. Don't you want a hug? Come over here. I want to give you a hug. I want to give you a hug right now. Yes, come over here, polluting human. Let me give you a hug.